how does assessing your compatibility deepen trust and set you up for long-term success in a way where the relationship can get better and better over time? It's because your ability to soberly be with the truth and not hiding from it or, trying to resist it really reveals that you are secure in yourself. And a big part of feeling secure in your relationship is feeling secure in yourself. That is how you deepen trust. So let's say if you are not feeling secure in yourself, like let's say you can't imagine your life without your person, which I get. Like I've been through this actually a lot lately where I'm like, okay, is this a deal breaker? Like there's a lot of love in the relationship, but when we're thinking about, okay, is this going to be a lifelong relationship? Where do we need to align? And where is it okay to have like a little bit of misalignment? It's never going to be 100%. That's fine. But I've gone into imagining like, what would I do without this person in my life? Like, would I just move to Latin America? Which is probably what I would do. That's what I always think about. I used to live in Latin America and I miss it. So I think about that a lot. But the idea is like, that you're secure in yourself if you can imagine a life without this person. And maybe you don't want to imagine a life without this person. I don't want to. But I do find that I do feel more secure in myself if I'm like, okay, I'm going to be devastated and heartbroken if we break up. That's not what I want at all. I would still love this person probably forever if we broke up. Because if you're breaking up due to an incompatibility and not because there's no love, it makes sense for that love to continue lasting, But at the end of the day, I know, okay, I've had my heart broken how many times now? Like I'll survive. I'll get through that. So if you know that you can be okay on your own, you don't need this person in your life to survive, like your life will move on, then there is a level of security that you feel in yourself. Whereas if you're not feeling that level of security in yourself, your sense of security comes entirely from the relationship, which means you kind of lose yourself. You become entirely dependent on that other person to feel secure in yourself. And that's a losing equation because secure relationships have two whole people in them. And if you're relying entirely on your partner to feel secure in yourself, there's only one person in the relationship, or maybe even less than one person in the relationship if your partner is also not feeling secure in themselves and they're leaning on you for a sense of security. So secure relationships have two whole people in them. You feel secure in yourself, your partner feels secure in yourself, and then the relationship itself has a sense of security. So there's kind of three entities there. There's you, your partner, and then there's the spirit of the relationship, and there's security in all three of those. If one of you is missing a sense of safety or security in yourself, it's impossible for the relationship to actually be secure. If someone's missing that sense of security in themselves, there's either going to be some avoidance or some anxious attachment that's triggered by that. So it's not enjoyable to face your fears, especially an existential fear. Will this be the death of the relationship? What if the relationship does die, right? But you have to be willing to face the possibility of death in order to get neutral to the fear, so that you're not falling to that unconscious impulse of resisting the truth, of avoiding or fixing. And it's when you can be in truth and when your partner can be in truth, that's when you know the actual answer to, can this relationship last a long time? Does it have the potential to last a lifetime? And if you are actually soberly able to face that truth amidst the fear, then you're going to feel super duper fucking secure in your relationship because there's this deep knowing. Whereas let's say you get married, you move forward without assessing soberly. Are you compatible? Does this have the potential to last a lifetime? You're never going to feel secure in the relationship. You can share a mortgage, you can have kids together, you can have all these external forces that tie your lives together. But that real sense of security comes from that inner truth, that inner knowing. And if you're unable to face the truth, you're never going to know, right? You could be 20 years into a relationship, and I've seen this many times in marriage dynamics where people have been together for like, let's say decades, and they're still feeling insecure in their relationship. They still don't know if their partner even loves them or like could potentially leave them. And I think the stakes feel higher for a lot of people the older they get, where they're like, oh my gosh, I have to re-enter the dating scene at 50. This is a lot harder than if I'm in my 20s, you know? And so it's kind of unsettling, and it's hard to actually enjoy your relationship to the fullest when there's this constant question lingering in the background of, is this going to last? Because marriage in a way is kind of just like a Band-Aid if you're unwilling to face the truth. The real security comes from the inside, not from the outside, not from a legal document that you sign, not from a ring that you wear. It comes from your ability to soberly face the fear so you can be in truth. You can live in reality.